Today on Hopped Up Beer Review, we're going to be reviewing OktoBEARfest from Boxing Bear Brewing Company out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Prost. Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give your unprofessional, somewhat biased opinion about the beer that we are drinking and reviewing. I've got these other two guys here. We're going to review a beer for you today. That's Andy in the attic. That's Jay. I'm Ben. Gentlemen, what are we drinking?
OktoBEARfest. Bearfest. Come on now. It's a play on the words from Boxing Bear. Let's go.
I don't know. I think it's like a bear with like 8 extremities. It's OktoBEARfest. OktoBEAR.
Wow.
Yeah. Mutant bear who likes Märzen's.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be like Spider Bear?
No. Doc Ock. You know.
Hey, that's interesting. So you had Dr. Octo, right? And Spider-Man. Yeah. Dr. Octo had 8. I mean, I'm not.
He actually did have the 8 because he had an arm, 2 arms, 2 legs, and then 2 of the. And then Spider-Man, he only had 4. Where were his? You know what? Why didn't he grow some extras?
Yeah. Something was messed up.
Yeah, Stan Lee got it all wrong. Smells like a Märzen. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers. Whether you call it OktoBEARfest or OktoBEARfest, it's still a Märzen. 5.3%. It's brewed with 100% German malts and hops. Yes. They say the taste is slightly malty with a light, crisp finish.
I would agree with that statement so far.
Yeah, so we did. So this Boxing Bear Brewing Company out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's brew pub, microbrew. We did Uppercut, correct?
Yeah, they actually have, I think, 3 different tap rooms now.
Yeah. Well, they closed one. I'll get to that.
Okay.
I think they only have 2 now. Last year, I think in 23 or 24, they closed one of the locations. It was started by 3 friends, and they also produce wines. Looked up the name. I had to do a separate search because they didn't put it on their site of why is it called Boxing Bear? And from the AI that I got, it said that,
Look at you.
Yeah, you know, your AI search. It was named after the playful interaction between the owner's 2 dogs. One, a pit bull who looked like a small bear, and the other dog being a boxer who would playfully box with the pit bull's paws. Boxing Bear.
AI can make mistakes, so double check.
He can. It could be completely wrong. He could be like, I am a cat guy, and no, never. Dog's bad, cat's good. I don't know. It could be that. But anyway.
Check your sources.
That was the first hit. It was Google's AI generator.
Jay, did you have something to add there?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the only one that we've reviewed so far would be Uppercut, which is kind of surprising. I mean, as much as we've had other Albuquerque beers, Boxing Bear is one of those up there, in my opinion. They do a really good job. I really enjoy their stuff. I should
I
bring
enjoyed
more,
it
but
too when you brought them to the baseball games. That was so
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
It was nice. Yeah.
We enjoyed in the outfield.
Yeah. I really appreciate you doing that, Jay. That was nice.
It was. I think it was the same beer that we had reviewed, Ben. So
No, there were two other beers because when I looked at what I had, one of them is
two others. Yeah.
One of them was a very good stout.
Right.
I think it was in the game. It could have been a game a couple years ago, and one this past year maybe.
Yeah.
I think it was in 23 or 24. Great stuff.
Yeah.
And
Agreed. Great stuff.
Yeah, they do some really good beer. They have a good sour too, Ben. The black and blue tart. We ought to try and get that one. But we've, I think, Andy, we probably had the Headlock Hazy. Was the other one. And I knew Ben wouldn't be as much on that. I think do we have the, I was trying to think if we have this other one in inventory. Maybe not. There's a New Mexico.
Doesn't ring a bell. I don't think I saw that one.
I need to get that one and see if I can get it because it's a good Kolsch. And they do their flavor on it, New Mexi Kolsch.
Gotcha.
So,
all right. Has anybody had this one before? Jay, of course.
Well, he looks like the cat in like the Japanese restaurants that the hand keeps going up and down.
Yeah. That is Jay.
It's Good Luck Jay. This is Good Luck Jay.
All right. Andy, what do you think?
Or did you have anything else to share, Andy? I mean,
he didn't. He did. That was it.
He didn't. He's cut off. It is malty. Taste alone tastes like a Märzen. However, it doesn't taste. It's a German style Märzen, but it doesn't taste like from Germany, like the American made Märzen styles. Been very few that we have sampled from an American brewery that taste very close, even though they use the German malts and hops. That said, still a good beer, but we've had enough German Märzens from Germany to know the difference. It's a caramelly type of malt. Excuse me. Really easy to drink. I think I would have liked it a bit cooler, but mine warmed up because Ben took so many takes on the intro. So, no, I give it a 7.0. I do like it. I would have it again, but stacked up to the other Märzens we've had from Germany. Yeah, even though they put German malts and hops, it could be the process of the water. I don't know, but it's an American-made German-style Märzen 7.0.
And I mean, how many times have we waited on Andy to, like, how many times have my beer gotten warm from that?
Nobody knows.
Yeah, we've done over 500 of these. 80%, something like that.
Don't have very far to. I've got so far to go to get to this attic. It's like
you never leave the attic. Never leave the attic.
Yeah, I have a beer cellar, so essentially I've got to go 3 levels down, maybe
3 levels. Wow.
I could be making that up. Wow. I don't know. I should have been Andy in the cellar and just sort of beer like Ben. You could have been Pub Shed Ben.
Yeah. I didn't have it when we started, so it's just more money I've spent on this stupid show.
Or really, Pub Shed Ben.
Yeah. All right. I kind of classify this one almost as a Märzen light, to some degree. I mean, it's to kind of what you said, your point, Andy. It's we've had enough, I think, of the Märzens that are brewed in Germany that it's we can have a distinct difference, and I think that it's just not, for me, it's just not malty enough in the sense of kind of in that German style, I guess. I still think it's a really good beer. It is really crisp and light, very easy to drink, as you mentioned. 5.3. This one's crushable from that sense because it's just so dang easy to drink, and it has good flavor. So it's just on the lighter side of that flavor. I like it. I would drink it often. I like what they're trying to do. I mean, the can alone, right? I mean, you get that blue checker. That's like that's like automatic, like 9.5 for me, right? I mean, but no, I think this is a good beer. I would drink it. I would look for it if I could find it, and throw a bunch in the fridge come that time of year. I'm going to give it, it's an 8 for me. I think it's really drinkable, and everything combined puts it at an 8. Jake?
Yeah, so I was fortunate to have this last year when I picked it up a couple of times. Boxing Bear has always been one of those that's really a cool brewery. They actually have a tap room really close to Ed's house, who's been on the show with Albuquerque reviews earlier. So
like
it's
walking distance?
No, it's not, but it's like, a 2 or 3 minute drive. So it's not a big deal at all. Yeah, and it's a cool place.
That would be dangerous.
They have a great selection of stuff. I'd love to get. There's a couple of beers that I'd really love for us to try and get if they bring them back. They have one called Drink the Rich, which is an imperial stout, and then they have Vanta Black, which is another one of their Russian imperial stouts. And those are heavy hitters, but they do a fantastic job with them. And along with that black and blue tart, that we talked about. But yeah, I think you're right, Ben. I mean, this is crushable. Dare I'd say for you, it'd probably be a keg beer if you could get it. I do get the maltiness, the sweet. There's a little bit of bread, but biscuit, but not a whole lot on this one at all. So I can see where you would say that. And I think the big thing, like we've seen with a lot of the Germans, it's got to be the difference in the water and maybe some of the processing. The temperatures at which they're brewing, not just the brewing, but the ambient temperatures. I mean, you think about the differences in where Germany is in altitude versus Albuquerque and in the high west. I mean, it depends on the time of year, too. So, I think it's going to be a 7 for me as well. I'm right there with Andy. So it's a good beer. I'd love to drink it again seasonally. And if I find it again, I'll get you some, Ben.
I mean, if I could if Ed could just ship me a keg of this and the tap handle to go with it,
just roll it down the interstate.
Yeah, just take that down to UPS and put it in a box, and
Yeah, just make sure it's packed with that dry ice.
Yeah.
So, why don't they call it OktoBEARfest? Because what's that word?
Ear.
Bear. Why not beer?
Because they're boxing.
It's language. Our language. Why isn't it? Why isn't it beer? Why isn't it bear? You ever think about that? Does that keep you up at night?
No.
Language
I have many other things that keep me up at night. That's not one of them.
Beer. No, it's bear, but it's ear. But it's bear.
I think we could do a whole series here, Andy.
Doesn't make sense. But BARE.
This is like
bear
near far with. Is it?
No, it isn't near far. No, it isn't. No,
Did Andy tap the tequila before we got on?
Yeah.
I actually did have some tequila earlier tonight before we started our reviews. I made some guac and
I
some
know
tequila.
you. I know you too well.
But these are the things I think about.
If you watch our show long enough,
Yeah.
you can pick up when Andy's had been in the tequila before we
Beer, ear, bear. No, is this what is wrong with this language?
That's going to be a 7.3 for the OktoBEARfest from Boxing Bear Brewing Company, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Why are you shaking your head at me?
OktoBEARfest? No, it's OktoBEARfest. It's like you throw
OktoBEARfest, whatever.
OktoBEAR, the 8 arms and roars and
Yeah,
hibernates in the winter.
that beer.
That's a freaky bear, man.
Yeah. Definitely want to check out if you had. Let us know what you think about it. Yeah. With that, we appreciate you making it this far. If you have, it definitely
Why?
took some staying power on your part, and we do appreciate that. Be sure to like, subscribe, and cheers that notification bell. Check us out on all the social medias. Come say hey to our Hopped Up Beer Review Discord server. We've got a bunch of links down below for merch and for some other stuff. Check all that out as well. Randy in the attic and Jay, I'm Ben. Cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates.
OktoBEARfest beer here.
Yeah. Why? Foot.
I got to start it again.
You put your foot in a boot? No, you put your foot in a boot? No, your foot goes in a boot. You put a
Just drink
boot
the beer.
on your foot.
Drink the beer.
Why not
Drink
a
the beer.
boot on your foot?
Drink the beer. Drink the beer.
I've been drinking this beer. Somebody drank the sauce. I am refused to comply to these English rules. Your foot in a boot. No. Why not that?
My fault.
Soot,
Bringing it up.
foot, but not boot. Why? Give a hoot.
Like an owl.
And then owl. Oil. Why don't we call it oil? You bowl, but you don't owl.